Hello students of 8th class, this is Shruti. Today I am going to teach you your chapter 2nd of geography. Your chapter is land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife resources. This is very important chapter for human being life, and you should observe your local area and observe some data, and you should collect data very clearly and follow this rules of the natural resources. And let's start your chapter from the land. Land is very important part of our life. This part is very unbreakable part, and natural resources very important, and land is natural resources. That's why we should use land very carefully. If we collect some data, we can find 90% population of the world is occupy 60% area of the land. Okay, remaining 70% area is populated, very populated and polluted area. We should use our land very carefully. Distribution of population in different parts of the world is mainly due to very characteristics of land and climate. The rugged topography, steep slope of the mountains, low-lying areas susceptible to water. These are the very undistribution of the population. Desert area, thick forested areas are normally sparsely populated or uninhabited area. Plain and river valley offer suitable land for agriculture. Hence, these are the densely populated area of the world. Next topic is land. Land uses. Land is used for different purposes such as agriculture, forestry, mining building, houses, roads, setting up of the industries also. These are the commonly terms as land uses. Okay, land is uses for forestry, mining, building houses, road, setting up industries. This commonly termed as land uses. You can understand in land uses also. The land uses is determined by physical factors such as topography, soil, climate, minerals, and availability of water. Human factors such as the population and technology are also important determinants of the land uses pattern. You can see in this picture where the uses of land. You can see so many ways to use your land in this area. You can see this is agriculture and industrial area. This is industrial area showing in this picture. Okay. Land also classify in two categories. Okay, you can understand in two categories. First is community land, second is private land. Okay, private land is used for individual purpose Okay, for individual purpose. Okay, there will be individual person ownership. Okay, where the owned by individual. Okay, where the owned by individual person. And second, community land, where the owned by communities. Okay, community land is owned by the community for common uses. For common uses. Like example, collection of fodder, fruits, nuts. You can see these are the example. Fodders, fruits, nuts, medicines. Also, these are the example of community land. Okay, you can understand in this forms of land. Community land is also called, we can understand, as a common property resources. Okay, common property resources. What is common property resources? Where the ownership by the common. Okay, community land is owned by community. Okay, for common uses is called common property resources. Okay, done. You can see here uses of land. First is, there some people are using land for agriculture, and there is, we can say, kacha house, and there here you can see pakka house. Development, you can see both areas, in both areas you can find development. And come on third, also there is pakka house, as some buildings are growing. There is two buildings, 2 floor, and there is third floor, 1 2 3. There is 3 floors of building, and you can see here also 2 cars. There is much development. Okay, next is, you can see the industrial area. What is it? Industrial area, and whereas so many cars and buildings also you can see, and find the development in all 4 areas also. Okay, now you have to understand how to conserve our land very carefully. Okay, conservation is very important for us, and conservation almost important for afforestation, and I will show you some ways to conserve our land. Okay, first is afforestation, second land reclamation, regulated use of chemical pesticide and fertilizer, and check on overgrazing are some of the common method used to conserve land resources. Okay, this method will be for the conserve your land safely. Okay, next topic is soil. Soil is very important for the earth. Soil is important for agriculture. Soil should be perfect in our whole structure of the earth. Okay, without soil we can do agriculture fields work. Okay, let's start. What is soil? You can take a definition from your book. A thin layer of the grainy substance covering the surface of the earth is called soil. This is the definition of soil. You should learn it. Okay, perfectly. What is soil? You have to say that I'm telling the thin layer of grainy substance covering the surface of the earth is called soil. It's closely linked to land. Landform determines the type of soil. Okay. Soils are perfectly made up some organic matter, minerals, weathered rocks found on the earth. Okay. Let's start. How many categorizations you have to find in the soil also. Soil profile, you can understand first is you will go inside the soil, you will find first layer patterned rock. Okay, what is patterned rock? Determines color. It determines color, texture, chemical properties, mineral, contains permeability. Okay, this is the parent rock. Second profile, second stage, whether the rock material. Okay, it's some messy. Okay, rocky materials you will find here. Third is matlab, that means you can find here rocks. Okay, small pieces, some small pieces here you will find. Next, subsoil with sand, silt sand, clay. Okay, you will find sand here, and this topsoil with the humus and vegetation. You will find here vegetation like grass, everything, some perfect. Okay, this is the profile of soil. You have to observe this property of soil very carefully. Soil have the parent rock, relief, flora, fauna and the microorganisms, time, climate. Okay, you have to also understand yourself. This is very easy to understand. Factors affecting soil formations. Okay, next topic is degradation of soil and conservation measures. This is also about the conservation of soil, how to conserve all of these things. The major threat to soil as the resources is very important. You have to understand both human and natural factor can lead to degradations of soil. Factor which lead to soil degradation are deforestations, overgrazing, overuse of chemical fertilizer and the pesticides, rainwash, landslide and the floods. All are the factors are affecting the soil. Some method to soil conservation are listed below. I will tell you. First is mulching, counterbarriers, rock dam, terrace farming, intercropping, counterplugging, shelter belt. All are the points to conserve of your soil. You can see here terrace farming. This terrace farming, also known as the perfect conserving to soil. Okay, its broad flat step to terraces are the made on the step slopes so that the flat surface are available to grow crops. It's also step by step growing the crops and also available for the growing the crops. They reduce surface runoff and soil erosion. That's why it's very important points for the conserving soil. Contour plugging also very important for the conserving soil. Plugging parallel to the contours also heals sloping like this form of natural barriers for water to flow down the slope also. That's why it's very important to conserve. Shelter belt also important for the conserving soil. This barrier is very important. Like this, you can see in the coastal and dry region, row of trees are planted to check the wind movement to protect soil cover. That's very important to conserve soil. Okay? Your next topic will be water. This topic I'll discuss in the next video. That will be part 2 video. Stay home, stay safe.